All right, folks, welcome aboard. Joining us now is the president and CEO of Sayfie Media and former senior policy advisor for former Florida Governor Jeb Bush. Justin Sayfie joins us. Hey, Justin.
Steve, how are you?
Good, good. Welcome aboard. I've been looking forward to this because I want to congratulate you on the rollout of your new website as it expands, and it's Sayfie-review.com. Tell the folks what Sayfie-review.com is all about.
Sure. Well, we've been publishing in Florida for 12 years, and we pull together all the latest political news from major news sources in the state of Florida. We put them all on one website, make it easy for people to get it. We update it 24/7. So whatever's going on in Florida politics, you check the website, you'll be the first to know. So we've been doing that for 12 years, and we're excited to bring it to other states.
Right, and now you're bringing, I know, New York, California, Texas. So talk about what you're doing exactly.
Sure. So now we're doing the same thing, but what I'm really excited about is that we're doing apps. So if you have an iPhone, if you have an Android device, if you have an iPad, we have specially designed apps that will give you the political news in New York, the latest political news in California, and the latest political news in Texas, all at your fingertips on your mobile device. And not only that, but we're making it easy for you to share those news items in your social networks and through email right on your mobile device. So that's that's really kind of the big benefit, because so many people are consuming news now on their mobile devices.
And when you're talking about, for instance, you're talking about New York, I mean, you're talking about not only the Times and the Wall Street Journal and New York Newsday and the Post, but you're talking about, Binghamton, you're talking about Middletown Times, you're talking about all the local newspapers as well.
That's it. We've got over 70 sources, news sources in the state of New York, the same for California, the same for Texas. We're constantly pulling information, pulling news. We're scanning all those sites on a 24/7 basis, looking for anything having to do with state politics. So we're not just looking at the big papers, but anywhere we can find anything having to do with politics in any of these states, we're doing it. So that's what we want to be comprehensive, but at the same time, we're not making it so complicated that it's hard to find the information. We're making it easy to read, easy to scan, all the information, one simple place.
And I think that's so important, because there is such a need for that kind of information and that kind of cohesiveness, because people are interested not only in New York, are they interested in New York, even when it comes to local races, high-profile races and not so high-profile races, because we're all interconnected. We have friends and family. Sometimes we live in New York and Florida, and we share our time. So people, do want to know what's going on. And again, the cohesiveness of it, the ease of finding out, I think that's a key here.
Yeah, it really is, because, look, we're all overwhelmed with the amount of information on a daily basis, between email, between the internet, between text messaging, telephone calls, everything, all the different forms of communication that exist now. And I just thought that it was important to try to make it easy, try to make it simple, put all that information about political news in each state on one site, one app for your iPhone, your iPad, or Android device, and not make it complicated. There's just too much information out there. And what I found in Florida after publishing this site for 12 years is people just love being able to go to one app or one site and getting all their news easily at the same time.
No, without a doubt. All right, now in the next segment, because you're staying with us for two segments, we'll talk a little bit about Florida politics, a couple of the races, and a proposed amendment. But let me ask you real quick, and I'd be remiss if I did not, in your capacity as a former policy advisor for Florida, former Florida Governor Jeb Bush. He came in second. There was a recent poll done, I think it was the Washington Post, ABC News poll, who would you like to see among Republicans and independents who lean Republican, and 20-some-odd% said Mitt Romney, and number two with 11% was former Governor Bush. Do you think, is he going to run?
Well, I wish I knew the answer to that. I don't know, and he certainly hasn't given any indication to me or to anyone else as to what he might do. I know that he is seriously considering it, as he publicly said, for several months. I think he's also said publicly that after the election on November 4th, he's gonna take some time and give it some serious thought. So, obviously, I hope he does I hope he does run. However, if he doesn't, I completely support and respect whatever decision he makes. I think he'd make an amazing candidate. I think he'd make a great president. But again, I respect whatever decision he makes. It's a very personal decision.
I got you. All right, Justin Sayfie will be back with us, and we'll be joined by C. Edmund Wright. Don't go away.